All praises and glory goes to our mighty power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations unto the elect men feeding the sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, feeding the sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, in sincerity and truth with this great gospel coming out of our Bible. Strictly for who? The elect of the children of Israel. The elect of the children of Israel. And, right, it says, measure the times diligently. Right? How are you going to measure the times, right? With the scriptures. Right? The scriptures talk about certain events, certain things that would happen in society that would point to what a collapse of a society. A collapse of a society. Right? One of the main things, what the wicked being revealed. Right? The wicked being revealed. Also what the righteous waking up to their identity. Right? Another thing, women out of order. Right? Women are totally out of order in this society, and what their children are out of order, right? The scripture says what? 2 Ezra 5 verse 8, there shall be confusion also in many places, and there shall be oft sent out again. Salaki, I'm reading it again. There shall be confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again. And the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. Menstruous women shall bring forth monsters, right? You got these liberated women, these women who don't want no husband, who don't want no man to guide them, so they in the crib as the leaders, right? The leaders of these people cause them to err. Women is leading the houses. Women are leading teachers in the schools, right? You got women in power right now, and women are totally destroying what their children, right? Women are totally destroying their children. The scriptures also say what? Proverbs 19 and 18, chasten thy son while there is hope. It says, chasten thy son while there is hope, and let not thy soul spare for his crying. Right? You got these, oh no, don't touch him. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. He's just being a child. He's just being a kid. And then they grow up to be out of order, right?
Cell phone video shows Monday's teen takeover as it turned destructive. A seemingly endless rush of teenagers can be seen jumping on cars parked on a quiet Hyde Park street.
Right there. So that's the damage that they did. That is a really big dent.
Jason Hale's car, parked on Dorchester near 52nd, was trampled on.
Absolute chaos. Cops everywhere. Tons of them on bikes, cars, sirens.
The footprints were clear to see on his newly dented hood.
The incident that happened here, where they ran over the cars, we saw it from the window.
Despite warnings of the teen takeover hours earlier, it happened anyway. Police could be seen walking alongside the large gathering, but ultimately, they were outnumbered.
We just showing how y'all bad kids be out here when y'all not in school.
A youth violence interrupter shared video and photo be seen walking alongside the large gathering, but ultimately, they were outnumbered.
We just showing how y'all bad kids be out here when y'all not in school.
A youth violence interrupter shared video and photos from what he called chaos, and says his group did all they could to try and curb it. And despite the large number of teenagers out here in Hyde Park, Chicago police say they issued just 3 curfew violations and charged a 16-year-old girl with unlawful possession of a weapon and disorderly conduct. Last week, 8 teens were arrested and 24 others cited for curfew violations after several fights broke out during a downtown teen takeover.
It is not on politicians alone.
Mayor Brandon Johnson called on parents and for more investment for designated spaces for teens to safely enjoy the city. So far, he has rejected proposals to modify the 10 p.m. curfew, which would give police more enforcement flexibility.
Parents and guardians, I need your assistance in making sure that we know where your children are at all times.
If they don't have the guidance or the mentorship or the parent figure to guide them in the right place, then it's not going to work.
No, they don't have the guidance. You got these women who all about what? Their hair, their eyelashes, their BBLs, their Instagram, right? Their OnlyFans, their selves, right? They only care about themselves. They don't care about these kids, right? That's why these kids are out of order. That's why these kids are also being put to death. The Lord is slaying these kids. Proverbs 19 and 18, chasten thy son while there is hope, and let not thy soul spare for his crying. This is the book of Proverbs 22:6. It reads, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it, right? It says, train up the child in the way he should go, right? I'm talking to you Israelites, right? You need to teach your children what the laws and statutes of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, the ordinances of the Lord, right? It ain't about, of course you're going to tell them to keep Esau's laws too, but Esau's laws is not going to save you from that destruction from the Lord, right? You got to keep the laws and statutes that was given to Moses to give to the children of Israel. These are our statutes and our ordinance, right? Like it tells you in the book of Deuteronomy 4:6, right? Do these and you shall live, right? Our people ain't living in this society, right? Because they don't know the laws and statutes. They don't know the Lord. What do they know? Whatever the slave master has taught them, right? The slave master has taught them wickedness, right? And that's all they know. Proverbs 22:6, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Right, he will not depart from it. These children are raised up by video games and television, right? Raised up by other friends, evil, wicked friends.
Into the newsroom, and it comes from Jennings County. That's where a jury deliberated for around 2 hours this afternoon before just reaching a verdict in the trial of a teen who is charged with raping a younger boy as they traveled on a special needs school bus.
The 15-year-old was found guilty on all 12 counts. That verdict just announced less than 10 minutes ago. Rich Nye has covered this case since charges were filed last June. He has more now on the last day of this trial before the jury came back with that guilty verdict.
The key evidence is school bus surveillance video from April 16th last year. That's when Landon Doty, who was 15 at the time, allegedly raped a nonverbal 7-year-old boy with autism assigned to sit next to Doty on a special needs school bus. Wednesday, the jury watched about an hour of video of alleged incidents.
You all will have to judge individually what you saw or what you think that you didn't see, and you'll have to decide individually and then come to a collective judgment on that. But we believe that they are not conclusive in showing that any crimes were committed.
The media and public were not allowed to watch the bus video. Then Doty took the witness stand in his own defense.
Your contention here today to these jurors is that you did nothing sexual on that bus.
Nothing.
Doty said that he was just bouncing the boy on his knee.
And what was the purpose? When you said the purpose of doing that was?
It's a calming technique to calm children down.
And is it also a common technique to take his head and put in your lap for under 3 minutes?
To stroke his hair.
This is not Landon Doty. Comforting, bouncing him on his knee like a little baby, like he wants you to think. Or petting his hair. We know that wasn't happening. That was not happening. This is Landon Doty sexually assaulting a 7-year-old boy on a school bus because he had the opportunity.
Doty was charged with 4 counts of rape and 11 felonies in total. He has been held at the Jennings County Jail for over 9 months. His guardian grandparents unable to afford the $25,000 cash for bail.
I'm going to read it again, Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it, man, right? You got these kids, the only thing they watching is these sexually deviant parents, grandparents, family members, right? Uncles been in prison molesting. You got a fucked up society. We live in a bunch of molesters and sexual deviants, right? Politicians getting caught up on sexual charges, right? Pastors, preachers, teachers, policemen, right? All type of people getting hit with this sexual disorder, right? These people are sexually out of order, and what are the children are doing the same thing they seen their parents do, right? They're mimicking what they see in their environments, right? Especially in that Edomite environment is a sexually demonic society, right? All these Edomites getting caught up for sexual charges. It says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. It's Proverbs 17:25. A foolish son is a grief to his father, and bitterness to her that bear him, right? A foolish son is a grief to his father, and bitterness to her that bear him, right? You got these children right there, man. The parents, a lot of parents is disowning their kids, man, because these kids don't want to listen. These kids don't want to follow instruction, right? Because these kids were not trained to follow instruction. You let the kid, you let the TV raise the kids, right? You let Nickelodeon raise the kids. You let Cartoon Network raise your kids. You let The Simpsons raise your kids. And this is Edomites' wicked ass society promoting what? Promoting wicked thoughts to the children, right? What else? Video games, violence, right? That's all these kids is about: death, violence, sex, drugs.
Now we are learning new details about why his son has admitted to stabbing both of his parents in North Peoria last night.
29-year-old Jonathan Turk told police that he was being forced by his parents to take medication. Our Sean Rice is live outside of where this all happened at around 6:30 last night. Sean, what do you know?
Yeah, Troy and Trim, good afternoon to you both. Today I had a chance to speak with multiple neighbors in this very quiet, very upscale Peoria community and neighborhood. They all described Scott and Tina Turk, the couple who lost their lives here behind me, as incredibly loving and incredibly caring to every single person they interacted with. Now, none of these neighbors wanted to go on camera today. It was clear during my conversations that their murders has deeply impacted them. But they described them as a couple that had been married for over 30 years, moving here from New York, moving here to Arizona about 15 years ago. Always kind, always inviting people over. Many of these neighbors recall the Halloween celebration every single year right in their front driveway. It was also very clear that their son Jonathan suffers and struggles with severe mental health problems. These parents did all they could to help their son. As one neighbor put it, quote, they tried and tried to help their son.
Is the book of Exodus 21:15, and he that smiteth his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. Shall surely be put to death. Right? These kids ain't playing around nowadays. Especially with these parents, man. These parents is treating grown-ups like their children. Like their children. These teenagers, man, once you pass 12 years old, you a grown-up. Once a girl done had her period, she's considered a woman. Right? And they treat these motherfuckers like babies. You got 20-year-olds living with their parents. You got 30-year-olds and 40 and 50-year-old motherfuckers living with their parents still. Right? And getting mad because the parents won't give them no money, won't bring no food in the house, won't do this and that. Motherfuckers killing their parents over video games. Right? This is a sign of a dying society, a broken society. It's Exodus 20:12. It says, honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy power giveth thee. Right, talking to you Israelites. You can't move like these Edomites. Can't move like these Edomites, but guess what? You're underneath the curses. Right? You're underneath the curses. That's why we praise and give thanks to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua that we're not dealing with a certain situation that these people are dealing with. Right? Because most of the brothers I know, man, they kids is in order. They kids listen to them. Right? But other motherfuckers who ain't in this truth, man, they shit is all fucked up. They shit is all fucked up through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And guess what? The Lord about to judge their children. The scriptures say what? Let's get this. It's Ezekiel 9:4. It says, and the Lord Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Right? That mark is a mark of exemption. Exemption from what? The tribulations and the bad, evil, wicked days that are coming. Right? The famine, the pestilence, the plagues, the killings. Right? It says, in that cry for all the abomination that be done in the midst thereof. Right? It says, we're not holding back. We're going to speak about all the wickedness that is being done. And to the others, he said in my hearing, go ye through the city and smite, let not your eyes spare, neither have pity. Neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children. Right? These YNs, the Lord about to kill them. These Y-hoes, the Lord about to kill them. Right? And women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark and begin at my sanctuary. Then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house. Right? The Lord's about to lay down men, women, and children due to what their wickedness.